woman, black hips, black kiss, black lips, afro with a black pig. Love when you talk that blackish. Black man, black fist,
Vokal Dialect,
black grip,
like, comment, subscribe.
Vokal Dialect podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Vokal Dialect podcast. Like, comment, subscribe.
Black schools, black scholars, black doctors, black designers, black garments, black stage, black performance, black panel, black audience, black mothers, black fathers, black sons, black daughters, black love, black honor. You black today, you gonna be black tomorrow. Black woman, black hips.
Daughter of the earth, holy by design. Nature and love is my religion, so I stay inclined to walk in darkness, bearing gifts for those who stay behind. Holding the lamp along the path for those who need a guide. Story of woman, it's time that it was redefined. Oracular interpretations as a paradigm. Priestess sing for every being, be it so sublime. My garments in with sacred spells are sewn into the line. If you hate, then I offer that you malaligned. Of the craft, so with love, enemies we bind. So we can be about the business that we've been assigned. Healing waters, reclamation of the feminine. Lest you forget, then I come remind. Black salt, dried herbs, and some knotted twine. Lest you forget, then I come remind. Bearing waters of the truth that we are intertwined. Back on my game, back on my grind. Venerated souls, elevated minds. Light a candle for the ones that's out the realm of time. Making offering for advancement of the humankind. Back on my game, back on my grind. Venerated souls, elevated minds. Light a candle for the ones that's out the realm of time. Making offering for advancement of the humankind.
Before her stood thousands of beautiful women. Who are you beautiful women?
Wild but holy, walk up on me slowly. With reverence like you come to ceremony. My cauldron burns for the needy and the lonely. A shapeshifter for the ones that think they know me. Waterbender, dazzle all in splendor. Ecstatic union for the ones in deep surrender. The alchemy of ecstasy if you remember. When in alignment then you know there's no contender. Womb oracle, lake of liquid bounty. Whisperings of enchantment so astounding. Songs and fables of the ancients so resounding. I bow in reverence under come that you found me. Lest you forget, then I come remind. Black salt, dried herbs and some knotted twine. Lest you forget, then I come remind. Bearing waters of the truth that we are intertwined. Back on my game, back on my grind. Venerated souls, elevated minds. Light a candle for the ones that's out the realm of time. Making offering for advancement of the humankind. Back on my game, back on my grind. Venerated souls, elevated minds. Light a candle for the ones that's out the realm of time. Making offering for advancement of the humankind. On my grind, venerated souls, elevated minds. Light a candle for the ones that's out the realm of time. Making offering for advancement of the humankind. Back on my game, back on my grind. Venerated souls, elevated minds. Light a candle for the ones that's out the realm of time. Making offering for advancement of the humankind.
Peace and power, everybody. It's an honor to always be here with all of you beautiful souls. I just want to say that we have to remember that love is the ultimate superpower, and without it, we are nothing. Today, I want to talk to you about the importance of investing and getting debt-free. This year, I was able to become debt-free, and I pride myself on that. I think it's a great thing to do. Thank you. And I think it's really important to really understand, especially where we're going as an economy, especially for us as Black people, Black Americans living here on this planet, on this terrible land we call the United States of America. And there's really no way to sugarcoat it. It is what it is. But just a couple of key points that I want to share with everybody. If you want to take notes, that's fine. But this is basically teaching people how to invest in the proper channels that you should go through or grow through. First, I recommend paying off high interest debt. That absolutely must be paid first, because if you don't have the extra capital or the extra funds to invest, then how will you actually reach financial freedom if you still have debt? The key is to be 100% debt free. Cash rules everything around me. Shout out to the woo. And that's really what it comes down to. So the thing is, you have to pay off your highest balances first. I recommend doing something we call the snowball method. So you basically have to take all of your high value interest credit cards that you may have, take a look at them, see whatever is the highest and pay that first. Make sure that if you have anything else, whether if it's credit cards or whatever it may be, make sure you're at least paying the minimum payment on those, and make sure you're paying them on time, at least a day or two before. And when you are making your high yield, well, not high yield, high interest payment, make sure that you're paying a little bit more than what the minimum is. Once you pay off that card, make sure you take that specific payment that you were making and add it to the next one. So now it's almost as if you're making a double payment onto a credit card that's already there, right? So now you have, let's say you pay off one, and whatever you were making, let's say you were paying $150 per month for that, now you would bring that $150 and bring it to the next one that has the second highest interest rate, and then you snowball it going down that way. So once you have that, I also recommend you doing at least $1,000 of a emergency fund. And thank you for bringing this up, Mike, too, about the fact that when you at least save $1,000 in your emergency fund, the key is to invest in yourself or invest in something that's going to make you money long term. So regardless of what that may be, so for me, I took my $1,000 and decided to sow it into education. Something that's going to allow me to make more money for myself so I can market myself better, or I can use a skill that I actually want to use that'll make me more money down the line. With that same $1,000, I'll invest now another $1,000 emergency fund, and I'll actually go do what it is that I need to do to make more money from that education that I've learned from. So that can look like a course, it could look like an online store, it can be just you investing in the stock market, it can be multiple things. A lot of people want to become entrepreneurs but don't really understand what it means to be an entrepreneur. And what it really means is that you're probably going to be broke for a long time, and all of your extra resources will go back into your business. So for 10 years as an entrepreneur, that's exactly what I did. I strictly invested any extra money that I had back into my business. From day one, I prided myself on my business being 100% digital, and that's just the way of the world, especially with AI taking over. A lot of people find it easier to use ChatGPT to create business plans, proposals, whatever it is that you could do. Still a great way to get ahead, but I think the real key importance is also looking for a broker that's going to allow you to maximize your money. So right now I use Charles Schwab as my main broker to invest in. I recommend you getting into at least 2 tech index and 2 index stocks, something like Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, something of that nature, so that you can know that your investment is actually pretty sound and it'll go a long way. It's really important for you to not really just jump into anything. Learn how to read some of these charts or really read the financial statements. It's really important to know that the company that you're investing in is not going to make you lose money, because the one thing you don't want to see is your investment turning red as opposed to it being green. So I think that's really important too, just understanding what it means to be an investor and how to actually invest. So what else? I also wanted to talk about the importance of healing. I always talk about healing childhood trauma and really relating to one another in a way that is more in a fashion of love as opposed to hate. I feel like a lot of people in our society are so driven on division and distractions and really trying to pull us away from what the core purpose of us being here is, which is unity. This is called the Unity Festival. We are here, we're locked arms. Regardless of what it is that you may bring to the table, aka to our community, just be bold in it, be glad in it. If you're a preacher or a teacher, if you have some type of knowledge or some type of network, whether if it doesn't matter, whatever your network is, someone that we may know may be able to benefit from that thing. It's really important for us to unite as opposed to divide. Sure, money is green. Someone always told me, money has no race, no gender, it is green. And I'm like, sure, but that doesn't mean that I want to work with a napkin first. I want to really work with my brothers and my sisters first. We really have to learn how to keep our money within our community first. One thing I always do anytime I go to like an vending event, I always make sure I sow into these Black-owned businesses first. We're technically at the bottom when it comes to investments, when it comes to grants, when it comes to resources. All resources last. A lot of people know that a lot of Hispanic people have come to the States and they are receiving all of the resources, and a lot of people are offended and upset by that, me included. My family came through Ellis Island. There was a legal way to do so, and I feel like with the way things are going, it seems like they want to push the Black race out, and we really need to push back against that by any means necessary. Because let's think about it, if the Hispanic community is supposed to be the minority at one point and now they're the majority, and if we are being pushed out to be the minority, what does that look like? What does no Black people around the States look like? Where do we live? Someone said, we were talking how these homes could have been broken down, it could have been a Black community at one time, who knows what it could have been, but where are we all going? People are literally moving into apartments and new homes just to get evicted. They know they're going to get evicted. They know they can't afford to live there. They know that these things are happening, and that's all because of the lack of financial security, or knowledge. I think it's really important for us to try to remove ourselves from the government as much as possible. People always say you should work with them, get on their side as far as like grants and programs and all of this kind of stuff like that. But in all reality, it's probably most important for us to continue to stick together and work between and amongst ourselves, as opposed to working with the government if they're also trying to push us out. That's really all I got right now. As far as healing goes, yes. So one thing that I was talking about is the chakras. Chakras have different colors, different vibrations, different elements, but a lot of people right now are stuck in the root chakra. I've been talking to my little sister a lot, and we've been talking about how a lot of people have overused phalluses, and a lot of women are now pushed into celibacy because they don't want to deal with these types of low vibrational energies. But again, that also stems from the lack of healing. It's really, really important for us to heal as a community. It's important to do the individual healing. We also recognize that a lot of people are going through a spiritual awakening, so they don't want to talk to anybody, and that is also okay. Just be supportive for those who are going through these awakenings and dealing with these emotions for the first time. A lot of us don't really commune with our family much. This is our family here. And it's going to be important for us to continue to lock arms and be strong and be still with one another, be able to share your traumas and your emotions and energy with your brothers and sisters, because who else are you going to do it with? A lot of us don't have medical insurance. A lot of us don't have these types of benefits that are supposed to be awarded to us for free, including food and water. But if you don't have these resources, who can you rely on? I'm always thankful to Brother Shaka, because I feel like he's really exposed a great majority of us to information, to people, and to higher consciousness, and we really need to tap into that energy as much as possible, especially, and give thanks to our ancestors and those who have come before us. Ashe.
Black woman, black hips, black kiss, black lips, afro with a black pick. Love when you talk that blackish. Black man, black fist, black gat, black grip, backlashed on the black list. Still gon' talk that blackish. Black man, black plan, black people, black land, cash and change, only black hands, black businesses, black brand, black banks, black dollars, black schools, black scholars, black doctors, black lawyers.